morning again. Welcome to Jobram Jumadiana so around town. Edu say na yene mo ebe to drink komo dead dey. Komo bia eya na ehu ehia pa. Medino eye Elaine Attoh. Follow us, like us, share and comment. Our YouTube is buzzing. So we still need you to click on the red button at the top. Don't that means you have subscribed. So whatever we share here, you will also get it. Then you go on to my personal YouTube channel, which is Elaine_Attoh. Make sure you subscribe and you can get most of my other videos that I do on there. Once I can't do 3 weeks running. So and I said, yeah, your friend of dining or eating etiquette. How ethical are you when it comes to having good etiquette of being at the or at an eating table? And you bet someone in an so yenda your hosema, yaba, you bet what you made so edia mamo.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us.
What it do, fellas? We in the Catlife skits. We'll bring you your stars and we drop them lyrics. We ooze them fresh joints and of course Gali 411s to your CPRs and your VCRs right here on your most deaful CTV. Spread the word like wildfire over here. Time with the stars with the infamous Larry Puzzles is gonna be off the hizzle, man nizzle. What's that? Something they be bree, ni be jago. Yo, what's it?
Kejaboka, Kewanai, Kate Shohi, Kate Kohi, Eka Krika, Dekani Yoga, Dangbeke, Esquembi, Baba Shrenye, Wakusumi, Bono Wula, no Fawa Najaha, Tom Bonica Dangbeke, Esquembi, Yo aha. Chuchukoe, Katiga Dangbetampe, Waya, Dinoni Ba or Yitumi, Sibiane here ya, Nikasemo Ehaniga Dangbe, and bi. Sa jimena membame modeke haga dangbe ke wojakugana noya ene ke ni bi koko mewo kemi oshakumanya wan afebe ye nile gbeno bemni ni wo ke hena no abi batasi ni wona sanegba ni wo kaseni ni wole ni bi ni ko ga dangbe ke esikwembi ye gada fe channel na sumo CTV Ghana number 1 channel gadangbe cha no manye juno ape wo fe wo
Some of our Kasia pa biom ediba Jobram Jumadiana so around town. So we need to so air shedia and ya ha air CTV. Ghana's #1 station. Me say table manners idea in pa. Now when it comes to proper etiquette, it is essential for making a favorable impression on both lunch or dinner interviews, as well as situations. Although common sense is often used or can be your best guide, the following suggestions will help you out as a polished professional, especially say ukoshia will be so ukoye interview be say ebia a business interview and I say a team meeting and I say a conference na your team invite or you are even having a normal setting with friends. How the table is set via the European, the English or the United States standards no and a bet sure said ya will be both European and the British setting. Mostly they call it the French setting. How the napkin is folded, and from your left you always have a knife. That one is used for scooping butter, margarine, butter na yede eka bread emuno, followed by a spoon. Eno na ya na osha table what do you call it? The plate na edanenim say, because most people take coffee before they take any other meal, or they take a form of beverage or a tea. And unti first spoon na de nim ho na ye kete no eno utimi e de no o tea no ana o coffee no emu, followed by spoon na yetimi edidi ebia oye omo a wodi rice a one person will be use a fork and knife utimi e use spoon no. Now the next fork, which is the smaller fork, is for fruits. The smaller fork is for fruits or cakes or pastries. Then the bigger fork is for say ubedi rice and I say udi mashed potatoes and I say anything edible that goes into your mouth. And no to me you say the bigger fork. When you come to your right or knife or first knife, that first knife is for helping the big fork to scoop on the food onto the fork. The next knife is mostly a steak knife. And no a sharp kakra. And no to me bread. And also it me a steak, which is meat. And that we do so it be a chicken, it be a cow feet, cow meat, and I say any form of meat and a fish and that plate ne so. And no sharp. Until we use, you have to be careful. Now, what we call the types of meals. So where did you wear? Where do we do an This is how you put your fork down to show to the chef or the person you are sitting next to or opposite to how your meal went. The first one is excellent. You cross the fork against the knife. They show opposite sides. Show opposite sides. Say you are no pekra na nya o de krana. Fork no would the kind no better the first opening and answer the second opening of the fork. Would the better fin on. I just said you are na nya o de wompe. In fin dia no you ready for a second plate. And no we making sure say knife ne da se na fork ne da soro. Knife ne be da se na fork na da soro. And only you want another plate inti o catch a chef ne say I'm ready for a different plate. Inti ono aba say oh yeah very good chef woni mu say ehun ya say obekasa. You bring the next meal. So wait me a pause here. Don't wanna use a pause no as an end meal. So where did you in Ghana? Don't wanna use a pause no. Pause no chese who did ebi amudi nkomo bi na ade you make sure the fork is to your left and then the knife is to your right. The next one is where did you no o make sure say obedane knife no you turn the knife to face the fork ne che na yedi twade to face the fork and then the fork has to be on left but they all have to be straight. These are ways of telling your chef how the meal went for you. Let's go on to the next picture. The next picture is another type of setting for the European and the British setting. And no glasses are the first big glass can be used either for water or for champagne. It be used for champagne, but the smaller one is basically for red, white wine or a champagne. Red, white wine or a champagne. The bigger glass is basically used for water. The fork and knives over there I have shown you. And then the small plate at the front is used for any form of pastry or a sweet. Any form of pastry or a sweet. A type of sweet where did you now pass out the paper with no with me Eddie and Nona. You make sure you don't move that plate. That small plate, you don't move it. You just pick whatever sweet is in there from the plate. Or on wrap here. No way do you are Usamon chom sa wrap no edit to sa plate na so. Yes, Ramo. That particular plate, you don't move it no matter what. Let's go on to our next picture, darlings. Now, this is a formal table setting. Now, the sherry glass, which is for white wine, like I was saying, it's for white wine or red wine. And no white wine or red wine. And no a goblet also. The water goblet is the fourth one. And no air for water. To be the edunumsio. Now, the number 5 is the seafood fork, the soup spoon, the dinner knife, the dinner fork. Number 9 no a salad fork. 10 no a dessert fork and spoon. And 11 no a butter plate. Mobekaya mekachre. Say sa plate no ye movie. All you do is to take the knife from it and use it, or whatever sweet is on there, and then you use it. When I explain it from the beginning. The glass, the knife, the small spoon, the big spoon, any napkin, and so you bedrew a honum so namacheche mumu ediamamu. And pamucho yenko the next picture on the etiquette table. This is another form ana me say utimi editor o chef no say the audidi no say wo pe left fork on the left, knife on the right. You are now about to start. Ready for the next plate, knife under, fork at the top. It was excellent. You make sure the fork is facing the knife, but knife ne say bi on tona auditade no and no be face fork no. And then you have paused, you're having a conversation, and then you use the fork on the left and then the knife on the right. You make sure say I had to say V shape. What the two on man I had to say V shape. Ediane na nya the crowd ya ene wo de sikan no etimi e the chef fork nin fin and that's the first opening of the fork. Any part of fork no to me the shame. They say ediane na nya wo de. Yeah, call formal table. Now this is the bread knife. This is the bread knife. Make sure I must say there's a knife and no yet me edita bread. Your dessert spoon and spoon ketwana yet me edi dessert. Maybe ice cream be siweni na and I say cheesecake be siweni now person be use a fork, but naturally use a fork. What me use a spoon no. Your the water goblets, what and I say water glass no can see pa. And yes I wore the red wine or the white wine glass. And yes I wore the different cake fork. Unse your cake in kitchen bia oko buffet a utimi fa edi sack fork no e kete pa eno na mpa mucho yedi edi. Now the table napkin, when it gets there I'll show you how you use a table napkin or how you put it on your lap or in your shirt. Your salad fork and also a kete kakra no na die from this dessert fork no. And your dinner fork nankasa no na ekese pa no. And as our dinner knife, I may say, yet no no sharp as I say, I was out to me the meat. No no sharp until you see I know actually a teaspoon is for any form of beverage, that is your tea or your coffee. Let's go on to the next one. Now, this is the napkin side. What to me, Emma, napkin no eda or so on your lap. You left the napkin on your lap. And then the next one is at elbow of the table. Yes, Ramu, Ayana, Ebimu Didia, no more de Wamu Abatre, Edia to table, Nesosa, it's unethical and share good etiquette. Food in the mouth, no, not too much food in an old mouth. Unse Ubia no more, Aya Uscupia Janina, Maninya minimal, name to me and Rawenum Fefe, and so men taking over the fork. I was so Bill too wider, wound to me and be no halfway, and no, and Chessa said, be a gentleman, and I said, we rubber. Now you make sure that you chew with your mouth closed. Yes, Ramu. Didi na no be at home no airtime pa. When you be to table, so no yes airtime. Do not complain about the food immediately. Now no. There's a way ube you send up keno now way ye everywhere now they are on chain. And on the chest I won't pay. But men kasa sebi osebi wo bra eduane na ehye wenu. Take bite sizes and na make no take it there. Wenum ebetimi capacity no betimi akom make ko take it over. Pacho yenko next picture. Way a dining table utimi unso bi ahye formal wear. Obi ahye formal wear nti show mu. Nipa na the elbow no at that table so no one making sure say enye two elbows. Watch all of them. They make sure they don't have two elbows. Abatre mienu ni nyina ensi air table ne so sa. Ba kono unse wa extending the sa off an glass. Ba kono enye full elbow arm and that so as we cross 7 and offer. You always make sure you don't put your elbows on. They're about to toast. One more toasty. She said there will be a funny wine fair and a wine glass fair or be join it toast nimu. Unse in nyina is your be nim won't go beyond. If you are going beyond, you ask somebody to do that for you. This one we have explained it already. The bread knife, the dessert spoon, and then this is another setting. India is a type of wedding setting. And they make sure they serve soups and cakes first. Soups and cakes first. And I say soups and beverages first. So most of the time, small fork, small spoons, etu napkin, so said the bear. Side plates, napkin. Now this is a normal setting for a dining home. They always make sure there are greens around and there are fruits on the table. Now if you are still eating, like I said, this is the paused one. Where did you so this is the finished one. Where a dessert, on say a cake and and now one more day forks, menu, and a knife at on chain. So what I want to mean here, knife no now they ate ano na yefe now we use small fork no now they do any form of sweeter but make sure you take the napkin underneath sweet no and then you fold it and put it on your lap. Your next picture. This is also another simple dining setting where we have the glass. The water glass is the smaller one, and then the long glass is for champagne or red wine or white wine. And a knife ketwana I had spread it butter and also any dahon. This is a classic wedding setting that you can have, and this is also mold bites. Ubeti me take a small bite with the dining fork. There be ko nenum and weti me taking. There be ko nenum and weti me taking. There be ko nenum and weti me taking. Okay. Now this is the second part of table manners. How to cling to a glass. Clinging is say moi toasty area na moye cheers no. Moi toasty area na moye cheers no. Say o share na say bio o say champagne glasses na you two. And at the onum ne vodka na say ne wine no what do you call it? Ne whiskey no onu kita short glass. Short glass no say bio ya de ne to no. Short glass ya de ne to no and e clingy. And a champagne and so no long one no utimi echiane kakasa o na onipa na o te wonchen wa chiane de na ma o de ne straight said e be a obetimi meet o halfway sometimes anu na anu no click e timi pie glass no into o na nipa ko na wo ba no o de be klinge wo no onu glass na straighter tilt yours a little bit to be able to get off the edge of the champagne glass said e be a anu na anu na enhia ampai ne nimguase e ankokan e wo dining setting. So now this is another setting womotimi edie to serving trays. So say you the two serving trays so na de besi wenim na uni table mat Mr. keep the food on the serving tray. Say table mat you can take the food from the serving tray and put it on the table mat. It is to prevent moist or any type of heat from affecting the table. And not in the table mat at all. Say be ni honum na serving tray ni ba. The serving tray ni na fe see table ni so nedidi from the plate in the serving tray. But said mat e da honum a yesra mu. Yi ni nyina na fa to mat ni so na wetimi edi. Next picture. This is a normal cocktail glass. So yi eye cherry na e da cocktail ni mu. Make sure you are always using, whether you are using your left or your right, that one it doesn't matter. Utimi you so left, but make sure say the wine or the cocktail in the cocktail glass is halfway. Not while drink ni bi ewom e na obeyi obi abehwe odin say so say why you fear won sa e de egum. And you always make sure say it's halfway or it's a little below the cherry. This is another soup bowl being served. And no say table glass kitwe bi plate kitwe bi si hono. You immediately move that plate. And make sure it is not inside so that it will not show that sebi we need MBA and I say we need table manners. These are forms of glasses for serving champagne, cocktails, or obi a wape sebi mo friend saying punch no, yes, punch or more punch no, shake ones ni bi and no na the gentleman ekita e down no. So if you like your mints to be nice and you like your glasses to be nice, make sure that you have good table manners. Learn how to use the types of glasses, the forks, the tables, and the spoons. Especially the spoons, the forks, and the knives. Ebi name say they use a fork and knife. You do one more share want to me use a fork and knife or say SPOON. And other things are women that is so. But if you make sure you learn how to use it and have good table manners, so we'll call any form of conference, especially the business ones, that alone can project you into getting a job. When I was going for an interview, especially this job's interview, my boss did something very beautiful. Yeah, Didi, no interview me. Yeah, Kasa normal, no interview me. And no, one thing me. I was able to have all my table manners intact, and one share you know when you're intact, you may not get the job, because with this job we are always in the face of Sebio said they're gonna for become big men. And so when to me I have good table manners and a good posture and composure, trust me, you'll not be able to speak with certain people. learn your table manners, have good posture and good composure. Be very ethical in your etiquette, and trust me, you will win hearts and open doors that were inopenable to you. The name is Elaine Attoh. Still, Dwebram Jumedi and Awoshe, CTV, Ghana's #1. Minia, Eddie Dika, Ebe Somo. Shano answers our video.